Welcome back to the deep dive, where we try to cut through the noise and get to what really matters. Today, we're looking at a device that, well, always seems to make waves. The Xiaomi Pad 7. Xiaomi, they've built this reputation for really solid hardware without those crazy premium prices. It kind of forces you to rethink what value actually means in tech these days. So our mission today is to unpack what makes the Xiaomi Pad 7 stand out as this value-packed tablet. We're digging into the reviews, looking at the features, the performance, and, where it really shines. And maybe where it cuts a corner or two. If you want the quick rundown, the real insights on this tablet, you're in the right place. This deep dive should give you exactly that. Okay, let's unpack this. Right off the bat, when you pick up the Xiaomi Pad 7, the reviews say you feel something. Premium. But without that premium price tag, it's got this clean, minimalist gray finish. Feels nice. It's not flashy, just solid. Almost surprising for the price.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is how Xiaomi pulls that off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Consistently. The reviews mention a solid aluminum body, these slightly rounded edges, makes it comfortable to hold. It's not just looks, it feels deliberate. That matte finish, the tight build, it feels like something more expensive. They're sort of playing with your perception of quality. Plus, they back it with a 2-year warranty. That says a lot about their confidence in the build right from the start.
That's a really good point, the psychological thing. But, with prices like these, you always wonder, are there hidden compromises? Did the reviews hint at where they might have saved money to hit that price A&D, offer the warranty, or is it just, efficient manufacturing?
That's a fair question. Actually, the reviews suggest it's mostly the latter. The core build seems pretty robust. It looks like they didn't skimp on the fundamentals. The savings seem to come more from maybe a streamlined feature set or things like, well, accessories, which we'll get to. It feels more like smart resource allocation than cutting crucial corners.
Okay, that makes sense. Good to know. And the size itself, 11.2 inches. That seems like a good middle ground. Big enough for movies or work, but still easy enough to carry around.
Exactly. It hits that sweet spot. You can toss it in a bag without it feeling like a brick. But the screen's definitely large enough that you're not squinting when you're watching something or, trying to browse websites. It avoids being too small or too bulky.
All right, so the outside feels good. Let's talk about the inside, specifically the screen. The reviews call that 11.2-inch display one of the standout features. Okay, sharp visuals, rich colors, we hear that a lot. But what specifically makes this display good, according to the reviews? Anything beyond the usual buzzwords?
Right. It's not just generally good. The reviews got specific. It's sharp, yes, but they really praised the color reproduction. Excellent calibration for the price. I think one review mentioned something like nearly 95% DCI-P3 coverage, which is pretty great in this category.
Okay, 95% DCI-P3.
Yeah. So for you, the listener, that means colors look accurate, vibrant. Good for streaming, obviously, but also if you're doing any light photo work or just want things to look right, brightness is decent too. Good indoors, maybe struggles a bit in direct sun, but overall, really crisp detail.
That DCI-P3 stat is useful, definitely. So under that screen, what's driving it? The specs mentioned are 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. Sounds pretty generous. But why is that combo significant for this tablet in this market? Here's where it gets really interesting.
Well, yeah, it is interesting because 8 GB RAM and 256 GB storage, that's not just enough. It's actually a step up from a lot of competitors in this price range.
Yeah.
Many rivals might start at 4 GB, maybe 6 GB, and often less storage.
Right.
So apps open fast. Multitasking feels smooth, absolutely. But the reviews also hint at future-proofing, with apps getting bigger, OS updates. This spec means the tablet should stay feeling responsive for longer. It delays that slowdown you sometimes get.
Okay, so longevity too.
Exactly. And it can handle popular games pretty well. It's not pitched as a gaming beast, but it won't frustrate you if you want to play some demanding titles.
Makes sense. And this hardware works closely with the software, right? Xiaomi's HyperAI software smarts kept coming up. What does HyperAI actually do differently here? Can you give us some concrete examples from the reviews beyond just optimizations?
Sure. Think of HyperAI as this sort of background intelligence layer. It learns how you use the tablet. It's not just one thing. It's woven through the system. The adaptive battery management isn't just basic power saving. The reviews said it predicts when you're likely to leave the tablet idle and optimizes power then subtly.
Ah, okay. Predictive.
Yeah, and context-aware stuff too. If you always check a certain app after email, HyperAI might start preloading parts of it so it opens faster, makes switching feel seamless, or it might offer smarter multitasking suggestions based on your typical workflows.
Yeah.
It's about making the tablet feel more personalized and just smoother to use.
That paints a clearer picture. It's proactive, not just reactive. Okay, so good hardware, smart software, needs power. Battery life seems to be another strength. Reviews mentioned a big 8,850 millihour battery. Lasts a full day easily, maybe more.
Definitely a strong point. A
Hmm.
full day of mixed use seems pretty comfortable, according to the reviews. Lighter users might even get a couple of days out of it, which is great for portability. And when you do need to charge, that 45W turbocharging is genuinely fast. Gets you back up quickly.
Good, good. Fast charging is always welcome.
But this raises an important question.
Mm-hmm.
There's a catch.
Oh.
No power adapter in the box.
Ah, right, that trend.
Exactly. So if you've already got a compatible fast charger, say from your phone, maybe it's no big deal. But if you don't, well, that's an extra cost and a bit of a hassle you weren't expecting. It's a clear cost save for Xiaomi.
Yeah, we're seeing that everywhere. Is it a smart move, do you think? Or just annoying for the customer? It's tricky.
It is tricky. Manufacturers argue it reduces waste, lowers costs. True. But it assumes everyone has the right gear lying around. The reviews treated it as, like, a minor annoyance. Not a deal breaker given the tablet's overall value, but definitely something you need to factor in.
A fair point. Something to keep in mind. Okay, let's talk software interface. It runs MIUI for Pad. What did the reviews say about that? How is it tailored for a tablet beyond just looking clean?
MIUI for Pad isn't just Android with a different skin. It's been specifically adapted for the larger screen. Reviews praise the productivity features. Things like the split-screen multitasking is apparently more intuitive than on some other tablets.
Okay.
And floating windows, that you can resize and move,
Mm-hmm.
gives it almost a desktop feel for juggling apps. Plus, the HyperAI integration we talked about, it helps streamline tasks here too, makes things feel context-aware. So while, sure, some people prefer stock Android, the review suggests Xiaomi's interface feels polished and genuinely suited to the tablet format, not just a blown-up phone OS.
Right, purpose-built. So putting it all together, the feel, the screen, the power, the AI smarts, the software. What's the final word on real-world use? Does it actually handle everyday tasks well, according to the reviews?
Yeah, the consensus was pretty clear. It handles day-to-day stuff with ease. Really performs well for its price. Streaming looks great, browsing is quick, video calls are fine, and that big storage means you're unlikely to run out of space. That missing adapter is, like we said, a small blemish, but it doesn't really detract from the overall smooth experience.
So what does this all mean? It sounds like it really is punching above its weight. Who did the review say this tablet is really for? Students, professionals, casual users.
All of the above, really. That's the takeaway. It's just a very well-rounded tablet. It balances performance, battery, features, without getting into that premium price zone. So yeah, for students needing something reliable for notes and media, great. For professionals needing a portable work device for emails, docs, calls,
Yep.
and for casual users wanting a nice screen for browsing and entertainment, absolutely. The reviews basically concluded that if you want a solid Android tablet focused on value, the Pad 7 should be, right near the top of your list.
Okay, so there we have it. Our deep dive into the Xiaomi Pad 7. Premium feel, great screen, solid battery, smart software, all adding up to something pretty compelling for the price.
And it does leave you with a thought, doesn't it? In a world full of expensive gadgets, how do you personally weigh these trade-offs? Is a missing charger a big deal if the device itself delivers so much value? What makes something feel premium to you? Is it just the brand, or is it the actual experience you get for your money? Something to think about.
Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. Keep asking questions, keep digging deeper. We'll catch you on the next one.